Hey y'all, it's your girl Mia. Join our chill community by hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment, sharing your thoughts, and rating us. It helps us reach new listeners. Let's make every episode a shared experience. No matter where you are or what you're doing, join the vibes and let's chill, y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Let's Chill Mia, the podcast. I am your host, Mia, and welcome to my birthday episode. So, due to the fact that it's my birthday, I decided to bring in a very, very special guest who has spent the last, I don't know how many birthdays, with me. What's up?
Hey.
If you don't mind introducing yourself.
I am Ketta, aka Rue, also known as Mia's little sister.
Period. Okay, so how are you?
I am doing great.
Okay, how has your week been?
Busy but amazing.
Okay, what's been so amazing about it?
I've hit a few milestones.
Okay, clap it up for the milestones. My week has been very, very interesting. I will talk about that very soon. I'm not quite ready to put y'all in that part of my business, but it will be on the way. So, like I said, it is my birthday episode. So I just want to start out by talking about birthdays. When this episode come out, my birthday will be 2 days. It will be 2 days after my birthday. I will be 33, y'all. I'm turning the big 33. Your birthday just passed, so happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
So how do you feel about birthdays?
I feel like they are very special.
Me too. So when it comes down to birthdays, a lot of people, like especially women, they say women don't like to let people know how old they're turning and stuff. How do you feel about that?
I'm gonna let it be known.
Period. And it's like when I turn 30, they're like, oh, so you gonna keep turning 30. No, they were like, you gonna keep saying you turn 29. No, baby, I'm 33 and fine. Like, I just get finer and finer as we go. So at the end of the day, like, one thing about it, black is beautiful. Black don't crack as long as you take care of yourself and as long as you happy. So I try to make sure that I'm happy. I try to make sure I take care of myself. So when I turn 50, I look like I'm 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say was one of your best? Because I just want to talk about birthdays for a while. So what is one of your most memorable birthday moments? Or birthday years? Like a birthday year.
I have two.
Okay.
Now 27, which I just turned. That was I got some memories with it. But also my sweet 16.
Let's talk about the sweet 16. What was so special about the sweet 16?
You threw me a sweet 16 party.
Yep, me and Zach. We threw you a sweet 16. So what made it so special? Because I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
First, just having one, because first of all, knowing the household we grew up in, you wouldn't expect to get a sweet 16.
Yeah.
But I feel like you did it for me, for your childhood as well.
Yep.
And you gave me something that we both can enjoy and have memories for, and it was lit.
I can honestly say that really was. I remember when I turned 16, and one thing about Mom and they always made sure that we had a great birthday, but we couldn't celebrate it as far as having parties and stuff like that. So I remember having a sweet 16, and during the time, my super sweet 16 was out, and I remember tea on the table because we got to be around the same age. She had her sweet 16. I was like, damn, man, I wish I could have one. So I was like, when your ass turned 16, I was gonna live through you for your 16th birthday. And when you had that party, I wasn't working. I don't know how the fuck I paid for it, but hey, I made it happen.
Definitely made it happen.
So what is one thing that you? Well, let me wait. First of all, let me back it up because let me think about one of my favorite birthday memories. Every year I celebrate, I go crazy for my birthday. And today, a lot of my memories popped up on my Snapchat from maybe the past 6 years of birthdays. So I feel like I don't know exactly which one is my favorite. I remember when I shut Escobar down. Like, you remember that? Mm-hmm. 2 Chainz had just opened Escobar, I think. And man, I didn't realize how small it was. I got those sections and we went stupid in there. They were like, where you from? Who are you? What you do? Baby, I'm just a regular country girl that think on the shit. That really just all it boiled down to. Then, let me see. My adult prom, Oh my god, I love that. What else? In my rodeo, I feel like my rodeo would have been way, way better if it wouldn't have been so cold. Cause that was a wave of emotion. That weather that day was just like how my day go, how I be feeling. It snowed. It was a fucking wind, like what they call it when the wind just be heavy and it just got cold. But everybody came show me love. It was crazy. Anybody that was out there, I feel like they loved me wholeheartedly because it was literally like 30 something degrees. And shout out to my daddy because he was out there keeping that fire blazing and everything. So I feel like maybe that was probably. Oh, when I had an all white party, when me and Mario had an all white party, that was lit. And I wish that video was still up on YouTube because I was just thinking that when how the video came in was when like I was on the phone with dude. I was thinking about that shit. I was on the phone with dude, and I didn't even realize Squirt was recording me or the conversation. But I was on the phone with dude, and he was just like, all right, cuz he was like, look, enjoy yourself, and I promise you ain't gonna spend too many birthdays by yourself. And then Mark Madden dropped. Boy, I wish that video was still out. That shit was so lit. But yeah, I'm a birthday girl, y'all. I love birthdays, and I want y'all. I know a lot of people be like, it's just another year, just another year. It's not just another year because I know so many people that have not made it to see their actual, like, this is my Jesus year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people have not made it to see 33. I don't give a damn. Every year that I get to see, I'm going to celebrate in some shape, form, or fashion. Yeah. So, moving on. I want to talk about just being siblings. So, with you being the absolute youngest, I want to start out just by asking, how was it being the youngest? Because you got me and Zach. We're literally months apart. We're a little over a year apart. Then it's a big gap with you. So how was it with you being the youngest and you could be 100% authentic?
I mean, I really feel like it was a norm for me. Like, it was normal. I don't know, like, when I came in, did what I was supposed to be, I guess. But it was lit. And I really feel like it was good having older siblings, a female and a male sibling. I really felt like I had the best of both worlds.
Do you feel like sometimes you was left out because you was so much young? And once you think about it, it really not a big age gap, but when you're that age, it really is. Yeah. So, because when I was in the 12th grade, you was in the 6th. Yeah. So, do you feel like sometimes a lot of stuff, like you see me and Zach was doing stuff, did you feel left out?
Not really. Because with me being an introvert, like, I had my moments of being alone anyway, but at the same time, I was like, oh, yeah, I see what they doing. When I get old enough, I'm on that. Yeah, I'm on it.
So, so one thing about me, as your big sister, I have always just pretty much, I took the open approach. Mm-hmm. I have always been very, very open and very transparent with everything that I've gone through as far as relationships and everything. So, do you feel like my love life has affected you in certain type of way?
Yes and no, but I feel like the way it affected me was in a positive way. How so? Because I got to see a lot of what you were dealing with at a certain age. And it's like with you being open with it, you would tell me, look, I dealt with this, I've been through it. At the same time, I don't ever want you to deal with it. How you move.
Don't.
No, we got to talk about it because I just feel like it really, no, because you're going to make me cry. I really felt like it, all of y'all together, but with you really like, I was with you a lot when I got to a certain age. So stop. And like with those talks at the time when I was young, I may not understood what you were telling me, but as I got older, although if it seemed like I did not listen or did not I listen. And that's why till this day I ain't settling for a soul.
We 5 minutes. Shit. Okay, so there was and you said good and bad. So what was the bad?
I ain't gonna go deep, but I seen a lot that you dealt with different people. And like, even me being the younger sibling, I also wanted to have like the role you played for me, I wanted to be your backbone to be there for you as well. So I'm just like, if I could take the weight off her shoulder, I could. And if I could kill this nigga, I would too. But, you know, I was just like, what you telling me, this is me seeing it at a young age and just seeing what you going through and the experience. I was like, yo, I learned from it. So I really would never have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, sometimes I be like, maybe I was too open or too transparent because you did see a lot and you was like, once I think about it, like I said, you were young. And I mean, I just felt like I didn't have a big sister. So I didn't have nobody to like guide me or show me what I was supposed to do. So I never asked for that role, but I just felt like I could just be who I was. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna show you exactly who I am, and hopefully you learn from. So I'm really glad that you did, and I really do feel like I really feel like you did. I mean, sometimes I do feel like I said, like I showed you too much or something, but at the same time, you know, like you said, you took it, and I know it's some shit that if you see that transpiring within what you got going on, you automatically know the red flags, you automatically know what to do and how to maneuver around it and how to avoid it.
I personally feel like you never did show me too much though. I feel like it was the real raw uncut. Like you never tried to make it PG. Like this is reality. Like this is real life, and you know this just where to be sometimes. But you choose what you do and don't want like to deal with, and just be happy in the end.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people try to cover up reality when it come down to kids and stuff. Cause if it would have been up to mom and daddy, like a lot of shit me and that want to know and we want to say. Yeah. Now one thing about it, now mama was very vocal about a lot of shit with us, but at the same time, a lot of stuff like they wanted us to be kids. They want a kid to be kids. Yeah. But when you become a certain age and you start growing up, you got to realize like life be life, and you can't go into this shit thinking that life is just rainbows and unicorns. So I'm glad that you I'm glad you feel that way. So how do you feel like our upbringing has influenced your way of loving in any type of way, if it has or if it hasn't?
Now, one thing I can say, just seeing how daddy is always coming, no matter what is going on, that made me like, hey, you can't come to me how my daddy coming. Period. I don't need you, because if he realize what's going on in the eye, he looking at me sideways like, dude, you know, I'm gonna be ashamed. Like, so that's one thing, like growing up with our father in the household and seeing like how he catered to us, his daughters, as well as mama too, and just treating his son and stuff. Like, I feel like that got a lot to do with me and how I grew up and how I deal with love. Like, if it's not even, I don't accept the bare minimum and never will. And
that's been a thing. Like, I feel like with me, I haven't accepted the bare minimum, but a lot of my problem has been seeing the potential in people. Mm-hmm. Because I'm the type of person that I feel like me personally, I can really look into a person's soul. Yeah. And I can feel the person, I can feel who they are. I can feel the person who they're going to be, the person their full potential. But I had to realize that loving somebody because of who they can be is just gonna fuck you over in the end. Because I want a nigga who already there. Because I'm not at my full potential, but I'm at least there.
Right, and you trying.
And I'm trying, and I won't. And that's the thing. Like always, like you said, daddy, it was never no question with him, and still to this day, like whatever want and need, like he come running. I know it's done been time. I remember maybe it was a couple of months ago, I woke up, my battery was dead in my car, and it was like 6:30 in the morning. I called him, he didn't answer the phone. I called mom, she was like, he's back there asleep, and I was like, don't even wake him up, like I'm good. That they do. I said, I'm good. And he, what's going on? He called me. I was like, just go on back to sleep. And I was like, when you get up, we can handle it. I'm on the way now, put my clothes on. He put his clothes on and he came. And I love that. And I feel like that's one thing that I appreciate about the person I'm talking to now, because like he give me those one call, this all vibes, because like he always willing to figure it out. Like just like Daddy, if he don't know 100% of what he need to do, he gonna research, he gonna look it up, and that's why I know like those two right there, they really gonna rock out.
Facts.
I just know for a fact they gonna fuck with each other, and I'm not quite there yet for them to meet each other, but when they do, that shit gonna be
over with.
Yes.
And his son.
Yeah, they're gonna be his second son. So how do you feel? How do you think our individual personalities and interests complements each other? Because like you said, you're an introvert. I'm more of an ambivert. Like I'm like both. Like when I'm out, I can be the person you know. I never meet a stranger when I'm out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I be ready to get back home.
I feel like with us being around each other so long and like our own one-on-one relationship that we have with each other, it goes together. It's very balanced. And I love that.
Yeah, it do balance it out, because a lot of times I be on 10 and then you be on 2. So then you might be on 10 and then I might be on 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, that make perfect sense. Looking back at how you are now, how old you are now, if you can go back and talk to your younger self, let's say 20-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
Oh, talking to that 20-year-old little girl. Well, she was growing into a woman. Around the age I was about 20, that's the first time I actually had a real relationship. I think I would have told her at that moment, like, it's okay to let go.
Yeah. Like,
you ain't got to keep holding on. Like, just because you seen the good in somebody in the beginning does not mean, it's still there, or it's, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you see what you want to see in somebody.
Yeah.
And I probably told her run.
And a lot of times you be fishing for that feeling they gave you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if I could look back at my 20-year-old self, it would be don't stop. Don't talk to him. Like, don't do that. And like, focus on yourself, because you're still young and you're still growing. And because honestly, at that age, you're 2 years away from 18.
Yeah.
18, you graduate from high school. So at 20, you're an adult, but it's that weird stage to where like you're like kind of transforming into that full grown person, and you still not there because you still can't buy alcohol.
Exactly.
So it's just like, that is a very, that right there is I feel like what I would tell a 20-year-old is, I wouldn't, unless I've been serious with this person and this person is serious about me, and I can actually wholeheartedly write down a pros and cons list, and the pros outweigh the cons list, I would not even be that serious with a person. Because you look back and you be like, damn, all these years have passed me by, and I've wasted so much time. Because like from 20 on up to probably like shit, I done wasted years with niggas. Niggas that I cannot stand now, niggas that I don't even want to think about, that I don't want, that can't look my fucking way. They can't look my way, and it's just like, it is what it is. So, yeah, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
My 20-year-old self?
And you can hand me my stuff because of my birthday stuff.
In what aspect?
What advice would you give your 20-year-old self? Like
looking back?
Just looking back. If you could just sit down with your 20-year-old self, what advice would you give yourself?
See, you on the right track. Because I always was like a forward thinker.
Mm-hmm.
And like the shit I'm doing now is the shit that I was thinking about doing back then. So I would probably tell myself.
Is it right?
Yeah, I would probably tell myself just keep pushing. Stay on track. I mean, it's a couple things I probably would have done differently. But
like what? I mean, honestly though, I can't say like you that's some good advice to yourself. You on the right track, because honestly, while me personally, I feel like I was chasing love. Yeah. You were chasing your future. Because me personally, I think I was looking at the fact, I know for a fact, I was looking at the fact that mama and daddy had been together forever. Yeah. And I was looking at the fact that she got married at the age of 23. She had me at the age of 25. So I was trying to go according to her timeline, and that just fucked me up. She never told me to do that. That's something that it just stuck in my head. She was like, yeah, you know, me and your dad got married at such. So it stuck in my head like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So instead of actually chasing after my future, I was chasing after love, and I should have been focusing on myself. Because I'm telling you, you hit 20. From 20 to 30, that shit fly by so fast. Yeah, like me and my dude were having a conversation today about the fact, like, he was like, I'm actually 30. And he was like, what the fuck was I doing? I was 23, 24. And I was like, man, I literally need this. I don't know what I know some of the stuff I was doing, but that shit is a blur. Yeah. And it's just like, you really gotta cherish that time, because a lot of people be like, your 20s is your time to build. And honestly, you can build, but 20s is your time to learn. Yeah. To learn who you are. To learn who you supposed to be. To learn what you supposed to do. Yeah. Like, you gonna make mistakes. A lot of folks try to act like, oh, you grown, you gotta do. Nah, you still young. You have really went from this to that. Yeah. You went from being under your parents to being out into the real world, and nobody really prepare you for the real world. So I feel like that's the approach I took with you. Like, I was just trying to prepare you for the real world, because that shit dangerous. Like, it's different growing up in a household where you're coddled and you loved on and you protected, and it's just like you go out in the real world, these motherfuckers out here vicious. Dangerous. They not showing love out here. So it's just like that. I always think about the fact that Mama always told us, love everybody, love everybody, love everybody. That's all that's one of the main things she instilled in us. But never, and this ain't nothing bad, but never did she ever say that these motherfuckers ain't gonna love you back. Like, reality will kick you in the ass when you realize, like, this world ain't what you thought it was. Yeah. You know, in pre-K, they had that saying, the world is a rainbow. Shit, I done only seen a rainbow about 5 or 6 times since I've been on the earth. Yeah. Ain't shit sweet about it. And I damn sure ain't found a pot of gold.
For real.
So it's just like, what's so colorful about it? I don't know. Somebody tell me.
They grab me, dog.
You know, I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So, moving on. Can you think of a moment where you ever experienced, a moment that we've ever experienced that made you appreciate the bond that we got?
There's been a lot of them. Like, I don't even know which one to highlight the most. I just feel like you've been there every time, for real. So
that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
I've never known anything else to do but that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a lot of. I don't even know where to start.
Zach, has there ever been a moment where you appreciated our bond, just as siblings? Period.
Yeah. But honestly, I thought growing up, I thought there was a norm for siblings to, to have that bond. But I really didn't start appreciating until I started running into other people that got siblings, and they're like, shit, I don't fuck with my brother.
Right. Like, yeah, like, that's weird.
Yeah. I kill that nigga. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, shit.
Because it became a time, like, people started saying, I would, like sisters was coming to me saying, I wish I was close with my brother, like how I'm close. And then people was like, oh, you and Ketta, like, I wish me and my little sister were cool like that. Like, we better speak to each other, like, huh? The fuck? So I appreciate 100% the dynamic that mama and daddy instilled in us, because it was awesome. Y'all, we got each other. Yep. Like, at the end of the day, I don't give a damn who else exists in this world. Y'all got to have each other back. Daddy used to always say, it's us 5 against the world, period, point blank. And that shit right there, like, now it's more than 5. the family just growing and growing and growing and growing. But that foundation right there is a 5. That's the full foundation. We got, that's why it's a good, like, we all grown them. But that day when Ketta was taking my locks down, and all of us were just in there just chilling together. We don't never get to do that like that. Yeah. Everybody be busy. Everybody be having shit to do. Like that right there, I know for a fact, like, Mom and Dad probably just went to bed in the best mood because having us 3 all together at one time, that shit is very rare.
And it was a vibe. Like, I feel like when all of us get together, like how some people, like when their family can't get together, it always slang going on messing and somebody gonna get cussed out, somebody gonna fight.
We be in that bitch chilling, we be laughing, we be having a good fucking time. Like, it's always a great time. Like, it's never no ill type feeling. Right. It's never no, oh, I'm just running here and running out. Like, shit, I'm about to chill. Shit, I'm about to chill. I might wasn't even planning on chilling, but I'm about to chill now. Oh, they down here. Oh, shit, let me stay. Yeah. So, one thing I always talk about on my podcast is self-love. I talk about mental health a lot. So, I want to ask you, in what way do you self-prioritize? Like, do you prioritize self-love?
Yes.
So, in what ways?
I take moments to myself every single day. I have to have a moment to myself every day just
and especially by you being a mom. Yeah. So how do you, because one thing about it, I just got to go ahead and say this, like, you are a wonderful parent. You are a wonderful mom. You are 100% on your shit when it comes down to those kids. Like, you, like, is no questions about your parenting skills at all when it comes down to that. So once you put them to bed or you get them out of school, whatever you do, like, what do you do for yourself?
First, I wake up an hour before I got to get them up so I can just have a moment for myself to get myself together so I can have the right a positive mind for them. Regardless of how I went to bed, I always choose whatever went on yesterday, leave it in the past. I can't control it no more. They'll work on the day. So I get myself together for that. Then once I get them in bed at night, I take them on. If I want to work out, I work out. If I'm going to read a book, I'm going to read a book. I want to
do music,
I'm going to do that. Right now.
Yeah, what you reading right now?
Nothing right now.
Well, you know, I've been reading this book, and I can't think of the name of it, but honestly, it's more like it's just like a erotic type. I'm back in my days to where, like, when I was in high school, I was reading like those Zane love novels. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of back on that, and I kind of have stopped reading it, but it's a good book. I just went to Books A Million, and I just ordered what I thought would be cool or something that would interest me, and I can say it's a great book because I was so focused on reading like books about mental health, and I was reading a lot of books about Black history because I just realized, like, Black history is not really taught. It's like how it should be taught. Like, they designate a month for us, but we are Black history. Black history is Black history. It's every day. It's not just, then they give us the fucking shortest month of the year. Right. It's not just 28 to 29 days a year. I'm Black history every day, and I want to be a part of Black history. My great-granddad was Black history. So I just been really just trying to feed my brain with that and just try to, because I feel like that would keep me going to appreciate the shit that they did for us and that we went through, because a lot of the shit I be seeing, I be like, they went so hard for us, just for us to be fighting each other, going crazy, arguing with each other about who pussy stinking, who panties got some green shit in it and stuff. Like, our ancestors fought too hard for y'all to be arguing online about
folk draws alone.
Why the fuck do you have your friends draw a picture of your friend draws in your phone? That's weird. Right. Ooh, I don't even know. One thing about it, I don't even know if my friend wear draws or not. That's not my business. I would never sit here and think about, oh, just in case we fall out. Like, huh?
Apparently, if you feel like that, you already had some built-up animosity.
You're not friends for real. You're not friends for real, because I never and even people that I don't talk to on a daily basis, like, their secret is still their secret. Yeah. It's still safe with me. They ain't got to worry about me running around trying to spill their secret. Like, I don't get it. Cause every time motherfuckers fall out, you wanna run to the next person.
Yeah.
Oh, we done fell out. Oh, Mia got out the group chat. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, and I did. So it's just like, that shit is weird. Cause it's just like, a real friend, at the end of the day, sometimes you ain't gonna always. We're human.
Yeah.
You're not gonna always get along. Mm-hmm. So everybody have bad days. You're not gonna always agree. But as a friend, I'm not gonna call my friend out in front of everybody. I'm gonna pull him to the side and talk to him about how I feel. Friends and family. Like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I got a problem or if I feel a certain type of way about something, let's talk about it to the side. I'm not gonna bring up your traumas.
Yeah.
Some shit that I know fuck with you that you might not talk about, but you done talked about to me a while ago. Why would I throw that in your face? That's weird. So the dirty draws and talking about, oh, that way your baby dad, like, who gives a fuck?
Right.
Like, I like solid people because I'm a solid person. And it's just like, when you a solid person, you don't need validation. And all I want to do is surround myself around a person that I can be myself around.
Yeah.
Because I know I might just scream to the top of my lungs for no fucking reason. I don't need nobody judging me about that. I might just sit there and tell somebody some shit I went through when I was 6 years old. I don't need you throwing that up in my face when shit get rough. Like, a friend, a person that you surround yourself around, like, people use that word too loosely. They use loyalty. To me now, that's a social media word.
Yeah.
Because y'all throwing it out, but you ain't standing on it. Because as soon as you decide to post that bitch dry with that green shit in it, the loyalty done went out the window.
Oh, really?
As soon as you decide to call the next person and say, I don't fuck with such and such no more because such and such, and the shit be so petty, the loyalty went out the window.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yo, like, y'all be using these words, but do you know the real definition of it, or are you just using it because Kendrick Lamar was screaming it on the song? I don't know. Plenty of folks talk about it on the song. Who I talk about loyalty? All these rappers. Hell, them motherfuckers ain't loyal, half of them. Just like Chris Brown said, these hoes ain't loyal and these niggas ain't neither. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Okay. So, moving on. How is your mental health from scale 1 to 10? How is your mental health today?
It is literally probably about an 8.5.
Okay. You can elaborate a little bit. 8.5 is great.
It's great.
So what inspired that 8.5?
Just recently, I've been doing a whole bunch of self-reflecting.
Okay.
I've been working on myself, bettering myself. And I feel like that has put me at an 8.5 for now. And it just gonna raise up. Keep going up.
Wow. I'm always pretty much at an 8.5 or 8.75. I really don't get past that. But honestly, like, that's my norm because I like a little bit of chaos. Mm-hmm. So right now I would say I'm probably like a good 8.25.
Still pretty good.
Which is good. Like, once I get below 6.5, then okay, I start having to self-reflect and try to get myself back on the right path. But like I said, some stuff has transpired this week.
Yeah.
And now I just gotta figure out what's next. My next move gotta be my absolute best move. I mean, I don't know if I should go left or right, but I know I have solid people in my corner that's gonna support me no matter if I go left and right. It don't matter at this point. Like, I'm just trying to, at the age of 33, like I said, it's my Jesus year. Mm-hmm. At the age of 33, I want to make everything count. From the way that I think, from the way that I move, from the stuff I say, from the people I hang around. Like, everything just has to count at this point.
Yeah.
Like, every day is I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still trying to be a better person. But, yeah, I gotta make shit count. And that's just how I feel, like, period. So, moving on to Zay, what's your mental health? He behind the camera, y'all, but we gonna have his ass to talk today.
Shit, I'm on about 8.
Okay, well, 8 is always good though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really don't allow a lot of shit to affect me. You know, I would say a 10, but it's just I don't know. I've been busy, so it's like I'm not like at 100. But
right
outside of me being busy, I mean I'm at an 8. I mean
8 is good though.
Yeah.
And by the time this episode come out, my niece will be here. Shout out to Pay. Just sorry, I got all these nieces and nephews now, y'all. Ooh. So Ketta is finally becoming. She finally getting a niece, y'all. Well, her youngest niece, cause we already got one. We got our oldest niece, but y'all know how it is when these girls become teenagers. They stop being niece and become your sister. Yeah. So we done moved Liddy up to our sister, and then we got a niece. So okay. So the affirmation. I want to move on to the affirmation. Y'all know, and shout out to Didi. Didi, she texts me. And I don't know if you want to be publicly shouted out, but you text me and you was like, I love these affirmations. She said every week I be looking for these affirmations. So Didi, this affirmation is for you. And it might not necessarily transpire with you. And y'all make sure if you want some sweets, any type of sweets or whatever, shout out Didi because she is one of my sponsors. If you want some chocolate covered strawberries, what is it? Didi's Sweet Treats.
Yeah, and they good too.
A1, top of the line, A1. She's very professional. She's everything about her is immaculate. She has a wonderful spirit and great energy. And one thing about it, when you are a good person, everything that comes with you is good. So like I said, she give out good energy, a good person. So guess what? You know her food good, her sweets are good. I don't eat everybody's shit. So if I'm vouching for it, she's clean and them strawberries. Eat them up. So the affirmation of today is, you are not alone even when you feel lonely. I just feel like that's something that speaks to me today. And I'm a little tipsy. Because y'all know by the end of my episode, I be there. So sometimes, you can be in a room full of people and you still feel alone. And you still... I'm looking at it. And you still feel lonely. But you got to understand that you're not. Because even when you feel like the world is against you, you got a friend in me. No, but for real though, at the end of the day, look to Jesus. Look to God. He is the only friend you need.
And I own it now.
Because honestly, I've been working on just building my relationship with God. And I just want to do better and be better. Because like I said in the last episode, or the episode before that, I was raised in the church. So it's just like, I didn't appreciate it. Really didn't care for it. Really don't care about going to that church. But at the same time, I ran across some good, solid people. Yeah. I was thinking the other day about Joe Polk Jr. And Joe stayed on me so bad when I was young. I went through this period when I was just terrible. Fighting, getting suspended, doing little stuff, cussing folks out at church. I didn't care. Joe was pulling me to the side. No, this is for real. And he told me, he said, I'm not going to give up on you. He said, because I know, he said, Mia, I know that you're going to grow up and you're going to be great. He said, he said, you are the opposite sex of me, but I see you in me. He said, hard-headed, want to do what you want to do. He said, because you got your own mind. And he said, and that's okay. But it's okay to calm down too. And I just wish that Joe could see me. Because honestly, like, I know for a fact he would be so fucking... What is wrong with that? have mercy. This is a real moment. But yeah, shout out to Joe, man. Like,
Yeah.
I ran across some good, solid people at that church. And if I never step foot back in there, I'm a priest, a bishop. Because I remember when I was going through something, and me and Bishop, we had a real heart-to-heart conversation. And that really made me realize, like, Bishop is a real person. Because, you know, a lot of times people put these pastors and stuff on pedestals. And, like, he really got down on my level, and he was just like, you're not, like, he told me you're not alone. And if you need me and First Lady to sit down and continue to talk to you and help guide you through whatever you're going through, we're here for you. So I would never, ever forget that, because it's just like, I told him I'm good. But at the end of the day, it's just like, that right there just, because all those members we had at the church, he still wanted to check on me and make sure I was good. And First Lady even have called me herself. You good? I want to talk, you know. So I appreciate it, because a lot of times these people get so caught up in these titles and stuff.
Yeah.
And they forget, you know what I'm saying? They forget that people are really like in need. People be in need of being inspired and being just heard. So shout out to y'all, man. I hope y'all don't listen to the podcast, because I be cussing. But shout out to Bishop and First Lady. And rest in peace, Joe Pope. So what is your feel good song of the week?
It's been a few songs stuck in my head. But one of my feel good songs I've been vibing every morning to is Love For You. And I think the man name is Tay Brown, maybe. And Lil Kim, that song stuck in my head.
How does it go? Is he a singer or a rapper?
Oh, I forgot the lyrics.
So what is the song about? Love For You by Tay Brown.
Yeah, they talking about other stuff too. And he was like, on the flight to Florida, but the premise I got love for you.
So let me ask you a question. He said he on a flight to Florida, but I still got love for you. Does that mean he about to go fuck another bitch?
I don't know what he going to Florida for, but I just know he still got love for you while he down there.
Sound like
why people go to Florida.
Sound like to me he about to go down there and iron some drawers. I don't know. What you think, Zeb?
Oh, he about to fuck something.
Yeah. My song of the week is Forever Lasting by The Money and DC Young Fly. Shout out DC Young Fly, first of all.
Let me hear love.
I sent that song to you yesterday.
I want to hear you sing it.
First of all, shout out to The Money, because The Money is a Pisces. And that's why I feel like I resonate with his music, because, like, one thing about this Pisces, we feel. And a lot of people be like, oh, y'all so heartless and blah, 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 this and that. We the shit, first of all, in this Pisces season. And The Money really, he showcased that he's a Pisces, because I feel his lyrics no matter what song it is. Like, I can just play his whole album and let that shit ride out. And everybody know I'm an R&B girl. I don't listen to rap for real. So me sticking by The Money, and he's a young nigga, but he give me J. Cole vibes.
Yeah.
And J. Cole put him on his tour, and he let him came out. So that means J. Cole stamped his approval for him. So it's one thing, like, he have given him his flowers already. He pretty much saying, like, young nigga, you gonna be good. And DC, all the shit he done been through, he done lost his girl, he done lost his sister, he done lost so many, he lost his favorite cousin. Some shit that I've never been through. Some shit, but I feel bad for DC. But I love the fact that he keep going.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying all this, he did it. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't know shit about what really go on behind them closed doors. But one thing I can say about DC, he is a true man of God. I don't care where he is or what he doing. He gonna give his praise to God. He gonna shout out God. He gonna speak them scriptures out. And he talk about his relationship with God and how he's constantly building it and stuff. And he talk about how his faith has got him through what he's gone through. Because I'm telling you something, I've probably been and lost my damn mind. I'm telling you, it takes faith. And it takes real belief. And it takes you to understand that it's a part of life too. To keep you going. So yeah, Zach, if you don't mind, I just like I said, y'all, it's my birthday. I want you to grab that bottle over there. I'm about to pop a cheap little bottle of champagne. Grab the bottle and the glasses. I just want to tell y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow, share it with other people. This episode, I did this for y'all. I did it for me too because it's my birthday. And I love my birthday. I told her.
Oh.
I ain't got on my phone. It's okay. They say them 15